Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Wherever you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, I just want you to know that I'm grateful for you today. I'm grateful that I have an opportunity to engage in the same time frame of space and living with you. And Spirit is so kind that I would be awakened to have a partial message. But I want to say that as we transition through many things as we close the end of the year, I want you to be reminded to keep your power, to maintain your power, and to protect your personal power. The thing about personal power is that, no matter how hard you try to build it up, that you try to guard it, that you try to live in its esteem, it can truly be knocked down, taken away, lowered, or lessened by any sleight of hand, any slight of offense, any moment of insecurity, any act of betrayal or sabotage. And it doesn't have to be by anyone external of you. Sometimes we might fall short of our personal expectations, and then we will release ourselves into a downward emotional experience, and we will begin to lose ourselves. We will begin to lose the momentum, the confidence that we started to build. And so 1 second of offense, 1 second of insecurity, 1 second of being nudged or bumped or disrespected the right or wrong way will take you out of this sentiment, outside of this fortress of who you were building yourself to be, just because you lacked the ambition to control what is sacred to you. Spirit wanted me to tell you that as you're making your plans for the new year, and as you're making your mind up and you're making decisions and agreements to be something new, an aspect new of yourself, something revelatory that you have not been and you want to experience, and you come into agreement with these ideas and these ideologies, right? And you come into agreement with a heightened sense of self, purpose, and regard for your purpose, your destiny, and how you are feeding and contributing your soul and source to life. Do not forget that you have a personal responsibility to stand guard and protect your voice, your vision, your spirit, and the heart of who you are. These are the elements of personal power. And if you are questioning if somebody belongs in the vicinity of what you're getting ready to grace humanity with, if someone belongs in a position in your life, you really just have to ask yourself a question of, do they add value to what I am contributing to? You can always get your power back, but you have to know where it is you lost it. What aspect did you lose? And why did you lose it? Was it because of trauma? Was it because of an accident? Did you unintentionally mean to do something with wellness, but it came out as a result of disgusting or defilement because you didn't know how to manage that moment? I know the other day I was in the store and I was feeling really good. I was on my goddess behavior. I was flowing. And this lady did something to my things, not even to me, on the conveyor belt at Publix. And I was so offended that it took me out of my goddess behavior and almost put me in hood ratchery. And for the whole day, for a day and a half, I was a certain type of way because I didn't stand guard, because I really didn't confront her the way I felt she needed to be, which was a good thing. But I gave my power away for the day. I gave my momentum away for the day. I lost track of my mind for the day because I did not have the ability to stand guard in that moment. And that happened, right? Life will bring you All these different elements. Sometimes it'll seem like it's a test, and sometimes it literally is just one of those things, a glitch. It's just one of those moments where you just have to be, standing firm and knowing who you are, because life can happen. And even though life is unscripted, right? And there are many elements of an unscripted life that we incorporate every day. There's still a method to the madness. There's still a formula that you can utilize life as in order to have the power position. So as you are moving throughout the rest of the year, right? And you're doing better. And I'm congratulating you on that. Congratulations. You are doing better. You are succeeding in not being who you are. Sometimes it is the thought that excels us. It's not always the execution. Sometimes it's us electing to take an idea and let the idea manifest higher for us so that we can work towards it and whatever greater good that we need to do in order to live out the greater good of our destiny, right? But as you are continue to excel, and as you are continuing to make agreements about what it is you want to see differently from your life, what is it that you are expecting? Do you even have expectation from life anymore? That's what makes life sexy. When you can anticipate that I'm going to experience a miracle today, something is going to work favorably for me today. I'm going to have a new idea. I'm going to meet someone. Something is going to collide with me today. And life is going to serve me today, right? As you're doing all these things, I just want you to remember to always, always protect your power, protect your peace, honor your voice, and continue to elevate. I think that one of the greater tools that we have is the ability to think and be imaginative and to be creative and to be spontaneous, right? I am someone that definitely subscribes to co-creation and manifestation. I believe that if I am made in the image of the Creator and the Most High Divine, then there are certain aspects of me that do not have to live in servitude to life. I do not have to be chained to every single element of the spirit, nor the things that come to me in this life do I have to be subjected to, and in a negative way. So with that being said, I'm a practitioner of journaling, and it has helped me immensely through many different phases of my life. And I just thought, it would be so dope to just have a community experience where we can just see 2025 together, where we can write it together, where we can decompress and release all of the things that 2024 has given to all of us collectively, and we can write our release, we can write our freedom into our next chapter. And as a result, I'm a workshop girly. I put together a simple day on December 29th, 2024, of course, a virtual workshop, a virtual writing session. And if you go to the link in my bio, you'll see that for $33, you can spend 2.5 hours with me in a soul coaching session where we will be writing together, where we will be collaborating and coming to agreement about 2025 and releasing the things that have led us to 2025 together. We're going to be vision casting. We're going to be celebrating each other, right? And really learning how to deep dive into celebrating ourselves in every aspect. And I know some people don't really like to, I've noticed that high performers do not actually celebrate themselves. They don't really celebrate milestones. They just keep going. Their celebration is a form of metric. However, I believe that you should be honoring yourself, and it's good for the soul, right? You can't always just allow your brain to overwork. Sometimes you need to feel excitement. Sometimes you need to feel accomplishment. Sometimes you need to feel self adoration and, give yourself a little self praise and worship every now and again. Again, this is a temple. We are in the likeness of God. I do not find that to be irreligious at all. However, if you go to rvj.eventbrite.com, you can definitely see where there's more information. And, I'm really extending this invitation because I am adamant. I am very, very strong on standing on boundary. I'm standing for me in 2025. And, whether your theme is going to be to rise in 2025 or thrive or I don't know, whatever you want to do. Make sure you have a plan and an agenda to secure your personal power. That's all I'm saying. That's all sis is saying. There was my invitation. I got up this morning. Spirit spoke to me. I said what I had to say. I feel refreshed. I feel renewed. I hope that as you're watching this, the same could be said for you. If you have any questions about what soul coaching is, or you want to know more information about this actual writing experience and you want to talk to me, my DMs are open. You can come to talk to me. I appreciate you. As you can see, I'm no longer Soul Con Coach on here. I have gone through so many different iterations in 2024, but I think that Soul and She really best describes the energy that I am trying to emanate throughout my life. And so, that's neither here nor there. But I want to thank you if you made it this far for spending time with me. I hope that you have a great day. I hope that, as you're doing your holiday shopping and getting your hot cocoa at Dunkin' Donuts, because we are Team Dunkin' Donuts over here, that you are not letting anyone take you out of your personal power, right? Like the lady at Publix did to me. But I just want to say that I hope you have a great day, that you have a beautiful holiday season. I look forward to seeing you on the 29th if you're going to be with me. I'm going to continue to grow and excel, and I'm not going to make apologies for standing in my power anymore. Like, that's my personal agreement. So I used to be very, very much ashamed of, like, being the bright light, being the one to take up space. That was me. I'm not going to lie to you. I was very much ashamed and embarrassed by that. But I have grown, I have evolved, and I've realized that I am who I am, and I know those elements. So as we all continue to grow, I hope that you have a magnificent day today, that you have a marvelous day today, darling, and continue to stand in your light and your personal power. I appreciate you, and you take care, okay?